Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, June 27, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. The European Union has imposed a record $2.7 billion fine on Google for abusing its dominance as a search engine by giving illegal advantage to its own shopping service. The EU said what Google has done is illegal under EU antitrust rules. It denied other companies the chance to compete on the merits and to innovate. Most importantly, it denied European consumers a genuine choice of services and the full benefits of innovation. The EU has given Google 90 days to change its business model or face further penalty payments. Google said it respectfully disagreed with the ruling. They're reviewing the decision and considering an appeal. Several Lloyd's insurers and U.S. insurers have launched a $49 million legal action against the Norwegian weather data provider StormGeo. StormGeo was the provider of weather information to the doomed Faro container ship, which sank somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle back in October of 2015 with Hurricane Joaquin. The insurers are alleging that StormGeo provided defective readouts from its system, contributing to the sinking of the Faro. According to documents filed by QBE, Great American, and various Lloyd's carriers, the argument is that StormGeo's Bon Voyage software provided, quote, outdated and erroneous data on Hurricane Joaquin's path into which the ship sailed and later sank. As evidence, they produced information that showed differences of between 57 and 111 miles for the hurricane's position as shown by the weather software and its actual location. The recent news that the UK Serious Fraud Office is bringing charges against Barclays could be bad news for the directors and officers market in London, and the insurance claims stemming from those fraud allegations could fall on that market. Sources are telling that the Insurance Insider that even though financial institutions' crime policy would typically cover instances of fraud, the circumstances around the particular case with Barclays could mean that the D&O market will end up paying out tens of millions of pounds. The allegations include conspiracy to commit fraud by false representation and unlawful financial assistance over transactions, which totaled nearly $8 billion U.S. It's been suggested that the D&O payout from the Barclays fraud suit is unlikely to reach the magnitude of the recent Royal Bank of Scotland shareholder suit, which saw payouts of about £80 million, but that this cost could go into the tens of millions. A huge explosion was heard from a ship off the coast of Somalia late yesterday. Apparently it's been tracked down to a vessel, the Rama II, which is a Panamanian flag vessel that apparently exploded and sank. It had a crew of about 14 on board, 12 were rescued. One is still missing. The ship was en route from Mogadishu to the United Arab Emirates. British Prime Minister Theresa May said earlier today that there must be a major national investigation into the use of potentially flammable cladding fitted to high-rise towers across England. Her comments came as tests showed that all samples of building materials submitted thus far, coming from 95 buildings around England, have failed fire safety standards. Her comments come, of course, after the deaths at the Grenfell Tower, in which 79 people lost their lives. Spanish firefighters worked today to fully extinguish a wildfire that threatened the Donana National Park, a renowned conservation wetland and home to the endangered Iberian lynx. Spanish authorities are saying that the fire was now under control. Of course, in neighboring Portugal just last week, 64 people were killed in wildfires. Yesterday, Britain's largest warship ever, the Queen Elizabeth, an aircraft carrier, headed out to the North Sea for its sea trials. Before it left for the sea trials, some journalists were given an exclusive tour of the bridge. They spotted some of the computers on the ship's control room still using Microsoft Windows XP. XP was introduced in 2001. That operating system is no longer supported by Microsoft. It does not receive updates to protect users from the latest cyber hacks. In fact, the most recent attack from the WannaCry ransomware virus that struck the National Health Service as well as many other organizations around the world and in England was designed specifically to exploit Microsoft XP's vulnerabilities. The British Navy said that we have a very sanitized procurement train. I would say compared to the National Health Service buying computers off the shelf, we're probably better than that. If you think more NASA and less National Health Service, you're probably in the right place. The Queen Elizabeth is a $4.5 billion ship. It's the most powerful vessel ever built for the Royal Navy. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.